The Forest Highlands Foundation provides grants to local nonprofits who share our vision of helping people in need in Flagstaff.
The Forest Highlands Foundation is important because it provides our membership with an opportunity to be good neighbors and to contribute to the greater Flagstaff community.
To really understand what we do, let us introduce you to some of our nonprofit partners.
Well, I think the Forest Highlands Foundation means this community, and I couldn't be prouder of them being selected for Organization of the Year. Because again, I think a lot of people don't really understand what financial impact, what social impact Forest Highlands has on this community. What we achieved in the last 3 years was probably the greatest change in delivery of social service in Flagstaff in the last 30 years. And we could never have done this without Forest Highlands not only just writing a check, but they stood right by us. They helped us get through this because, again, they had a business acumen that we might not have had. They had advice for us. But I said the bottom line was they stood there and helped us solve this community crisis. They did not stay behind closed gates and not get engaged. I was so impressed with how they got involved with solving this crisis. It's the personal relationships behind the funders that make it work. Anybody can write us a check. Anybody can write us a check, and a lot of people do. But what I've truly appreciated about this is getting in these trenches with us and helping us solve this thing and being able to walk into our community and solve this problem.
The support from the Forest Highlands Foundation and other community partners has enabled us to move from a seasonal operation to a year-round operation, which has a huge impact on our community. It allows us to provide 155 folks with services like emergency shelter to our clinic services year-round, which is just incredible. You know, in the last 6 months alone, Flagstaff Shelter Services, with the support of the Forest Highlands Foundation, has enabled us to house over 75 people back into home, back into permanency. And, you know, that's a really amazing thing for us to be a part of, is getting people back into a place in their lives where this was just a blip on the radar. And they're our neighbors again.
Girls on the Run is an amazing program. It's 10 to 12 weeks long, and it's a running program, but it's so much more. Our girls get together and work through curriculum about negative self-talk and helping them not be negative toward themselves, building up their positive self-image, making healthy choices and lifestyle choices, how to be good friends, how to dispel bullying. It covers a wide variety of social issues that our girls face every day.
Our Exodus program is an in-custody alcohol and drug abuse, substance abuse treatment program. And what we're trying to do through our Exodus program is to show them that there are other ways of managing their lives. We all have an obligation whenever we can possibly provide assistance to those in need. And these people are certainly in need and need assistance to help kick their habit or to become gainfully employed and productive members in our community. And with the funding from Forest Highlands Foundation, we're able to accomplish that in many of those cases.
So our relationship with Forest Highlands Foundation allows us to serve more than 300 learners each year. And these learners are able to change their lives through the literacy services that we are providing. We would not be able to stay in existence without the support from Forest Highlands Foundation.
Camp Colton is the most amazing place in the world. Forest Highlands Foundation has helped us open our doors to more kids that have medical fragility, or they might have an IEP, and we have specific learning disabilities. And because their support of camp, it's allowed us to have a nurse here 24 hours a day, and specifically a registered nurse. And if the nurse wasn't here, you know, it just changes their lives, and they wouldn't have been able to experience it. And it's the foundation that brought the nurse here, and that changes a child forever.
Picture a Flagstaff community without Sharon Manor, then the women and children who are survivors of domestic violence get a different choice to make. They get to decide if they return to an abusive but perhaps financially stable environment, or do they become homeless and not know where they're gonna sleep the next day? And personally, I don't know that I could choose between a rock and a hard place and what's best for my kids. And I hope that women don't have to make that choice. The Forest Highlands Foundation is a critical, important partner to our Sharon Manor program, and we couldn't do what we do and help the women that we help on a daily basis without their ongoing support. So thank you, Forest Highlands Foundation, for all you do.
Thank you, Forest Highlands.
Thank you, Forest Highlands Foundation.
Thank you, Forest Highlands Foundation.
Thank you, Forest Highlands Foundation.
Thank you, Forest Highlands.
Thank you, Forest Highlands.
Thank you, Forest Highlands.
Thank you, Forest Highlands.